Good morning. So it is what, Monday? Monday, Lainey has filled my car with tea, water and snacks because I'm off to go and do a photo shoot at a boxing gym in Leeds with Gymshark. So, let's go. Yes, I have a pug-filled mug of tea for the journey. Waffles, protein waffles, egg white protein waffles, some Snacker Jacks, and a good old sat nav. Let's go. Okay, so check it out, we're here, and as you came in, it says like a waste disposal site, and you go, but what? Waste disposal? Turn up, it's just this kick-ass mill, big, old industrial looking place, and then, check this out. So normally we're doing shoots in gyms, actual gyms, so to be in like a dedicated boxing environment is really cool. And check out the ring. Something we'll be seeing on the 26th when Conor takes it to Mayweather. I'm telling you now, first 4 or 5 rounds of that fight are going to be awesome. 4 AM it's going to be on here in the UK. Going to be going down to Birmingham for that one to watch it with the boys. Today we're shooting with Tom. You just have to run out and grab some batteries because this big ass, this is like timed up with the camera. It has like a sensor on it. As the camera takes it, this goes kapoom, floods the whole area here that we're going to be shooting in with light, and just creates really nice lighting. The difference is, you see these, they have filters on it. So this is actually a filter in front of the bulbs, and it's that which softens the light as it comes through. And that's what gives you these really smooth, crisp looking shots. So just like this lens I'm using now is the Sigma, what is this? This is a Sigma 18 to 35 DC Art. And the skill with this camera is, one, the glass. Look how well it deals with the whites and the exposure. It's just beautiful. But you see this bokeh you're getting behind me now? Whereas I'm in focus, it's in blur. This is a 1.8 aperture. And that's the smaller that number, the more front to back blur that you get. The skill with this lens is, I can zoom in and out, and it will maintain that 1.8 aperture. Normally the aperture would increase as you zoomed in. So that's why this lens is so impressive. But it's a little bit heavy. So I'm getting that shoulder pump. Anyway, crack on with the shoot. I'll try and get some bits and bobs of info while we're doing it. Other than that, crack on. So this is Tom. This is the man we've been shooting with. We've been shooting with Tom quite a few times now, so we're getting quite good at it. Yeah, so we're going to carry on, rocking on with this lovely environment and crack on with the shoot.
Yo, this is really weird. I'm never really on video. So yeah, this is the 3rd or 4th time I've shot with Lex now for Gymshark. And yeah, we rock it pretty well these days. It's been pretty good today in Leeds. We've got this amazing old gym. And yeah, this is generally what it's like shooting with Lex. The pants dance. Professional. The most professional person I've ever shot with. Yeah. Enjoy. Dance for me!
Conor McGregor, weigh-ins.
Yeah, this is it. Mate, who's gonna win that fight?
McGregor. 5th round.
You heard it here. And yeah, that's it.
Look at those mirrors. Look how clean every boxing mirror in the world. Every gym, every boxing gym, the mirrors look like this. Unbelievable. Anyway, we're done. I'm back in civvies, and we are now. Did a good photo there, did a good photo there, did a good photo here, did a good photo here, did a good photo there. All taken by this man. Who looks like he should know judo but doesn't, but can rock climb.
Yeah.
Judo chop, judo chop. Look how good that was. I don't get over how sexual this lens makes me feel about filming things. That's why the vlogs are coming back in a big way. But so we've been here, we've done 10 till, what are we at? 2. 10, my watch isn't bloody working, so we've done 10 till 10 to 11, apparently, according to G-Shock. Now we're going to go grab a coffee, chill out, then drive back home. Damn it, rule number 1, always put a watch on that's working. Oh, can I just say one thing? If you own a under 1.6 litre car, and you know you only drive at 70 miles an hour, stay out of the outside lane! Thank you, please. What are you doing, Pooch? Yeah, you little creep. Why are you silent fighting? You're silent fighting. So I'm back home with the Bobster. I'm so tired, so tired. I'm gonna put you on autofocus so it might make some clicky noises. So that was effectively like, technically a half-day shoot, but 3.5, 4 hours, whatever it was. Back home, about an hour and a half drive home. Traffic sucked. Again, please, if you decide to drive at 63 miles an hour, please take the fuck out the side 2 lanes. you block the traffic. Oh, and if you're on a roundabout, just give way to the right. Just a little FYI. Cheers, mates. Oh, what have you been doing?
I have been to the gym. I have gotten a sports massage on my quads that are horrifically inflamed. I'm working on clients and going to edit a video.
Oh, I've got to edit a damn video. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to sit here, probably in this position. I'm going to edit a video, catch up on Game of Thrones, catch up on clients, and that is Monday. Another bleak looking morning in the British summertime. It's about 9 o'clock. And I am so sore. Yesterday went in and did some just pure weights training because bloody toes were hurting again. I made the sensible choice. Took a little break away from the bag work. Maybe it's the kicking, maybe it's just the constant motion plus the weights, I don't know, but it's like a throbbing pain in my toes. Really slow negatives, really slow positives, just really focusing mind to muscle because I have like had an impingement in this left shoulder, so I'm really working on allowing the scapula at the back, which has been a little bit impinged when all that's been going on, to pull that bitch out by doing a lot of single arm work. So if you find you've got any imbalances going on, start doing single-sided work. Make sure that your body's nice and parallel. Don't let it twist. Don't let your shoulders be unlevel at any point when you're doing things. Maintain like a balance from left to right. You should be doing that anyway, but especially if you've got imbalances and you're trying to fix them, start doing single-arm work and start making sure that you are on a level with everything you're doing. Feet in line, symmetry, shoulders in line. Make sure that you're pulling to the same point, because if you have impingements and things like that, you're going to do compensatory motions. And that's what's going to make those issues perpetuate, make them worse. So I want to show you this breakfast. Now normally I will have raspberries, blueberries, strawberries, pineapple, and then I'll cover that in like a light rhubarb yogurt, but we didn't have that because food's not been delivered yet and I'm up. So I made this and it's turned out really bloody nice. 200 grams of strawberries compensate for what wasn't there. Then a pineapple finger, which these things are buying now. It's like pineapples that come in a packet and they're just like this big. And each one's 100 grams. You just bang in, you don't even need to really weigh it. It's brilliant, so that saves you some time. And then we have this light coconut yogurt. Put some desiccated coconut on top, and it is the Shin Dabi Dozy Titty Awesomeness of Wonderment. Give it a go. Trust me. This is a great way of getting your macros in the morning, a little bit of protein from the yogurt. And then outside of this, if you wanted to add on the side, you can add on a shake, you can add on some egg whites, you can add on egg whites, a little bit of like nimble bread or something. And remember, the berries are only 5 to 6, maybe 7 grams of carbs per 100. So this entire breakfast meal here is only going to be around about 25 grams of carbohydrate. Pretty damn good. Sunshine. Lainey's morning coffee, but look at this. This is her new salted caramel high protein muffins, and these may well be better than the chocolate. Maybe. Which is your favourite?
I don't know. Right now it's the salted caramel because that's what I have. I live in the moment.
And you? Yeah, you might well look guilty. Miss poops on the floor. Oh, dear. What have you got to say for yourself? Huh? Is it too late now to say sorry? I will just sniff it. I will get its essence. Yep. We're back. So hair is all done and dusted. All looking nice and cool. Gets a bit of light on there so you can see it. All nice and textured. I have a plan with this haircut of where it's going to go, which I'll share with you at a later date. So many of you have been asking for a hairstyling video or something. I can't do a single dedicated video to hairstyling. It'd be too boring, but I will include it in the next vlog. I'll go and see Harris and we'll sit down, we'll go through the cut, the style and how to do things and what products to use. Sound good? Right now, the Bobster and I are off to the cinemas to go and watch the new Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson, that new movie where he's his bodyguard for a hitman, and it just looks epic. So that's the plan for this evening. Lovely jubbly. I like the jacket. Jacket's cool. I do believe that somebody else had a denim jacket that looked really cool prior to you buying that. Yeah? Do you think it was someone who's rather, you know, up on the fashion? Kind of cool.
Yeah, Justin Bieber.
Catch you probably tomorrow now. So until then, Peace out. Just before we say goodbye for the day, little handy here for the cinema, take these. These are the Sun Bites popcorns, 9.4 grams of carbohydrate and only 1.4 fat. Stash a couple of those, get yourselves a water, stay macro friendly, maybe whack a protein bar in there. You still get that cinema experience with a bit of popcorn, 1 or 2 bags of those, and your protein kicks. You're welcome. What have we found, Bailey? Oh yes, today is a good day. So it's tomorrow, still not been on the sunbed. God damn it. The sun is not out, but we have had a muscle food delivery. We've got a lot of meat, we've got some cool stuff. Things like these are really cool. These are like zippers, so these are like basically protein crisps, but these are legit gorgeous. Protein cheese sticks, so these are like snackable cheese sticks, which are cool because I love put it in my face, I love it. I really like cheese. Movie we saw last night was called The Hitman's Bodyguard. Ryan Reynolds, Samuel L. Jackson, really funny, well worth a watch. Said I'd let you know what it was like, and it's pretty good. It's just a funny, well edited, really cool action comedy style movie with a little bit of that realness to it. So today's plan, editing video, uploading a video now, which is going to be the circus training video I did with Joe, which you'll have already seen when you see this, and then go training. Oh, I'm going to go see my pops as well, because my mum's away and I'm going to go see my granddad. So that's the plan for today. It's a miserable last day. Shitty. This is how I feel right now. Yeah, so my motivation to go and train right now is at about, out of a scale of 10, I'd say about 0. I don't know why. I have no excuses. Like, it's not even that bad a day outside. It's not raining. It's not horrible. I had a good night's sleep. I had a productive day yesterday. Just woke up. I just everything just you know, just. So here's what I'm gonna fucking do. I'm gonna go to the gym anyway. I don't want to. I'm really not in the fucking mood to train. Really not in the mood to train. But I know for a fact that one. Half the fucking battle right now is getting up and going. Because in here, I don't want to go. But this is what I built this shit for. It's ready to go. Otherwise, what's the purpose of it? I'm going to pack up my bag, I'm going to hit the gym, and I'm going to record my training session for you guys, which you've been asking to see. It's not going to be a fancy one. It's not going to be a crazy edit. It's going to literally be me showing you how I do my kind of boxing work and tied in with the weights work. Because a lot of you are still a little bit like, ha! About that whole side of things. So I'm simply going to go and film like a couple of rounds of the boxing, show you the pace, the kind of techniques I'm using, what I'm doing, why. Then I'm going to go and film a couple of sets of each of the exercises that I do to show you how and why, and I'll talk through it all with you. Before we go, I'm sure you all have these days, and I think it's just good to know that you're not the only one. Like, no matter where you are in life, whether you're at the beginning of your journey, the middle of your journey, the end of your journey, successful, unsuccessful, failed, succeeded, whatever it is that you're doing at that current time, you're always going to have these days because everything always just becomes, what is the word? You become desensitized to things. So, like, even if everything you do has gone well and been successful, you become desensitized to that success, and you still have those same moments, those same issues that everyone else has. Just you create a different scale for them. So, like, where some people have an issue and it's a real thing, you create that same feeling for that issue, but with something smaller and insignificant, but you make it significant. So this feeling, what I'm trying to say is this way I'm feeling right now has nothing to do with anything failing or going wrong. Nothing. There's no excuses for it, absolutely none. But I'm creating an issue from nothing because it's in our nature to have these moments where we just go, meh. Well, I don't know why they exist, but as long as we're aware of them and we fight them and we make an effort to move past them and not sit within them, we're all good. Trust me. It's all up here. So let's go change it. Let's go take this feeling that we have now, let's go do something productive, and let's change it. Let's snap ourselves out of this mind frame, because that is all it is. It's just a mind set. It's the frame of mind you're in at this moment in time. Right now, if you're feeling this way right now, it's just a frame of mind. It's here, and you can change it. It's down to you. And all you have to do is create a mechanism for change. It doesn't have to be the gym. It can be anything. Anything that elevates you or makes you feel better. Anything you know that once you've done it, you always feel better after doing it. Whatever that is, as long as it's not putting kittens in a bin and setting it on fire, go and do it now. Get up and go and do it now. Just like I'm going to. Ah, praise be to Jesus, he's believing the bloody house. He's moping around all bloody day like a goddamn stupid bloody one of them big dogs. You know the stupid ones that don't know where the biscuits are hidden. But I know where the biscuits are hidden. Give me a bloody biscuit. Do you know, I've been watching you mope around all bloody day. All day. I'm fed up with you. Just get out the house. Just go.
Okay, so set up right by the bag here. Evian water, obviously you don't need the Evian, but lid off. Makes life easy because when you've got gloves on, you ain't gonna be able to take that lid off. Round timer, the app, literally search in the App Store, round timer. It's free. 60 seconds rest, 3-minute rounds, we're doing 5 of them. And I got old school Betty's here. Old school favourites, 14-ounce twins specials. These girls have been with me for over 10 years plus. It's that simple. This is all you need to make a day turn around. This is all you need to change that mindset. This is all you need. Whether it be rock climbing, all you need is a pair of shoes and a harness and a bit of chalk. Whether it be a kettlebell workout, all you need is that 12-kilogram kettlebell. Just you, a little bit of drive to change your day, to turn the day around, to turn your mindset around. You do these little things on a daily basis, that shit will turn around for good. Let's go.
Okay, so you want me to break down this bag work I've been doing, so here we go. We're going to look at round 1 and round 5. So start nice and light, just go through your punches, go through the ranges of motion, set your distance on the bag and start to get the joints warmed up. Obviously you should have warmed up prior as well, but again we want to warm in. As the second minute hits, start bringing in some final power punches, so a couple of light shots followed by a bigger shot. And then the final minute, the third minute, start building in the kicks. Start light like you did with the punches and slowly get a little bit more powerful towards the end. Build up the combinations, including your head movement, moving around the bag and the kicks as well. That's going to be a good way of just setting yourself into a rhythm, getting that flow moving and start putting it all together, because you want to start building up a natural combination feel. By that I mean you want to start throwing combinations naturally rather than having to think about them all the time. Practice fighting out of a guard as well. Remember, you want to be practicing as if you're in a sparring session, so don't get lazy and let the hands drop too much. Practice getting on the inside, moving back out. And if you get a little bit tired, a good way is to plant yourself and just do 1-2 shots at speed, so 1, 2, 3, 4 every time the bag swings back at you. But at the moment you got a bit of air back in you, put something strong in, boom, big kick, I put it in there, and then keep yourself moving. Again, you can do light shots with heavier kicks when you get tired. Another good way of just keeping moving and keeping the body really challenged rather than kind of getting static and sitting still. Work angles and positions on the bag and always finish strong. Moving into the final round, so this is the 5th 3-minute round. As the bell goes, I go in relatively hard and very warm at this point. The reason I go in with a good combination to start is just to set the tone. From here, you just want to be carrying on as you were before. Continual movement. As you're getting tired, try not to take more than a couple of seconds break stepping away from the bag. If you get really tired moving like I've done here, imagine you gripping behind the head, throwing uppercuts and hooks and a few elbows, get a bit of breath back into you, throw a couple of knees and then move out as the air comes back in. And then once that if you do that, if you do move on the inside, then make it count. As you come back out, start throwing some combinations, get back to throwing hard. Don't let yourself fade. That's going to be the biggest challenge here in the final round, is to not let yourself fade. Another good thing to do when you are getting tired other than the 1-2s is the knees, but again, once that air's in, get back to work. So I finished there with a kick just to let myself know that I'm back, upper body's fresh to go. Get back outside, start throwing those combinations again. Don't admire things too much. Always make sure that you're challenging yourself, making angles, and also concentrate on your technique. Make sure that you're rolling, not throwing arm punches. When you're going to get tired, it will get a little bit sloppy, but make sure that you're keeping your guard where it needs to be. You'll see me correct here where I drop my left hand and I make up for it. I redo the combination, keeping that left hand high. Other than that, always finish strong, and I will leave you with the final 10 seconds.
There we go. 5 3-minute rounds. As I've just shown you the first and the last, just to give you an idea of that pace. Voiceover will have given you more of the technique stuff, but That's it now. Full move. I'm totally warm, feel good, feel hot, feel sweating. Now is where the body will start cooling down. So now we're in a really prime zone of kind of fat burning and heart rate. And so now I can go hit the weights, because relatively when you're boxing you should be relaxed. So it should be like a golf swing. So you shouldn't come off feeling all tense. If you're getting like tight traps, shoulders are going to burn because they're getting worked, back, triceps getting worked, but if you're getting tight traps, neck ache, anything like that, just try and relax a little bit. Every time you come out of combination, go back in a bit slower, a bit smoother every time, and every time you get a bit smoother, a bit slicker. I'm by no means perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm learning. If I throw a bad combination, I do it again, I try and do it better. That's how it is. And you just roll with the punches, I guess. Right, onward. Deadlift. Now obviously if you're looking for 1 rep maxes and things like that, you wouldn't want to be doing boxing before, you obviously want to be doing this fresh, but all I'm looking for is progressive overload, continual progressive training. And so although I have used some energy doing that boxing, it's a different type of energy. That's more long term, so we should have, you know, the explosive power here still to do low rep deadlift work. So we're talking like that 4 to 6 range. Again, you were building as normal, even though you feel super warm now, you still need to do your warming sets. You still need to think about everything, locking in your technique, locking in your form. If you've got knee sleeves, put these over your shins to help protect them, because obviously fucking up your shins. If you're kicking the bag and things like that, you want to protect the body as much as you can, damage it as least as you can. So there's no point dragging a bar up your shins, getting scabs on there, then kicking a bag and ripping those scabs off and never letting it heal. So put some long socks on, or I just put the sleeves. I'm going to put these up and over front of the leg, and that should do the job. Right, crack on.
So yes, this is what I'd be doing. It'd be a big compound movement, whether it's deadlift, squat or bench, and that would be after the bag work, and then followed up with another body part, a little bit more typical kind of bodybuilding-esque in terms of using more isolation compound work with machines and things like that. So here I'm doing warm-ins on the deadlift. Very important. Even though you're very warm and sweaty at this point, you need to still do your warming sets. You need to make sure that you're doing everything as safely as possible. So 2 warming sets here, setting everything, making sure that I am engaging everything that needs to be done on the deadlift, which means not setting my hips too low, creating them to fire early, and then also making sure I'm rolling in my elbows to make sure that my back is staying engaged, taking a big deep breath, holding that in the gut like if someone's going to punch me, and then driving up through the heels and firing the hips through. Here you see me doing some 1 rep sets on building weight. So what I'm doing here is basically building up to what I'm going to be working with, and which is this weight here, which is 130 kilograms, which is like 268 pounds, something like that. Set it on the screen. So what you do is do a couple of warming sets, and then just do some single reps on, say, 10 kilogram, 20 kilogram increases up to your working weight. Then it's into 5x5 training using this, and I tend to start unbelted, no wraps or anything like that, and try and do everything as raw as possible, concentrating on making my form as good as it can be. Now, if you don't know, a little handy hint you can do to get your belt nice and tight when you do want to introduce it is wrap one part of the belt around a bar and then pull your body away whilst sucking in your stomach, and that will help you get that belt on nice and tight. Third set is where I tend to bring the belt in, and so the reason the belt helps is because it gives you something to blow your stomach against, to be able to brace your core, which helps keep your spine neutral and safe. Here you see me change hand placement, so I had my over under the wrong way around. My left shoulder is the problem, so I want my left side to be neutral as normal as possible with an overhand grip, and then I want the stronger side to be the underhand grip. I bring in wraps on the final set here to do the 5x5 again. Reason I did this is my grip was starting to go, and I'm a firm believer that you shouldn't limit your ability to lift because of your grip. So final rep, you can see, was a bit of a grind, went up nice. So I just wanted to show the final rep because you finish as you started. You don't cheat reps up. You are done when the technique is done, not when your ego is done. Then on to pause reps with the chest. Here you can see me set my shoulders back, chest up, kick the weight off my knees to help maintain that shoulder position. 5 sets, 6 to 10 reps. Now you're doing a 5 count on these using 50 to 60% of your maximum weight on a press. 1, 2, 3 count down, hold for 4 and 5 at the bottom, and then drive back up. Now if you have a weaker side, you want to follow the weak side down and the strong side up, if that makes sense. That'll help correct any imbalances. Another great imbalance correction is alignment of machines. Here you can see me just rejigging the chest press before I went onto it. This is a plate loaded chest press, so the single arm machine, and when people put the weights down, it gets knocked off kilter. Set your levels, so make sure that the handles are at the chest height as they should be before you go. You don't want it too deep, don't want it too high. So you can see my hands are around about nipple level. Again, warm in sets. Do not underestimate the power of a good warm-in. This is where you're going to set the tone. We used that phrase a number of times, but you have to get used to doing it. Here, what I'm looking for is to not let the shoulders raise on the negative. I'm planting my feet and driving like I would on a bench, keeping my head back, a vacuum in my stomach and my chest up. I am not allowing my shoulders to pop. So you see me set my shoulders there, and then the set and slide. So palms behind the handles and slide your body weight down and behind. Don't lift up individually arm to arm. It's too risky when you start to using the heavier loads. You're just going to hurt yourself, because often these machines are set quite deep, much deeper than you can naturally get back to, which is another point of to not go too deep on these movements. Make sure that you do a nice slow negative and then a solid positive drive. You're driving through your heels, you're keeping your shoulders back, and look how my shoulders stay in the same position. And a little tip here, and this works for dumbbells as well, squeeze hard with your pinkies, and that'll help you keep your elbows tucked in. As you come back up, make sure that you slide back up from behind the weights. Final working weight here, I had two 20 kilo plates and a 10 kilo plate, so 50 kilograms a side, which is 110 pounds a side, plus whatever the arms weigh. Sliding in, vacuuming my stomach and driving nice and evenly throughout the negative and the positive. And one thing I want you to pay attention to here is the final rep. Here it's going to be a bit of a grind, but you'll see there's no twisting, no elevating, and I put it down slow. I do not slam it down. Massive, massive thing there. Don't let the negative fly when you get tired. Moving on, finished with calves. Now I want to show you two differences with this. I've been using this, I don't know what you call it, it's like a pivot machine, it's really good. But here you can see I've got quite a high foot placement, and this is fine for when you're getting used to using this machine. But what you really want is this placement here, where you get much more of a negative stretch. So you want the balls of your feet towards the bottom of the pad. It's going to be much harder though to stabilize your knees, so make sure that you are staying nice and solid. Don't let the knees buckle. I tend to do this machine single legged because I enjoy it that way, and as you can see I center the leg that I'm working on the machine, so I'm actually sat slightly off center here, and I'm again driving through the high foot placement to show you at start, and this is the lower foot placement. Watch how much more stress there is on the knee and the upper leg. It's shaking and it's much harder to stabilize. So as I'm showing here, if necessary, use your hands to stabilize, but don't become dependent on them. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Hope it's given you a lot to go and take away. Make sure to like and comment, and I'll see you soon.
And that's it from this training session. And already I feel a damn sight better. Back to the house.